Welcome to the Ramayana Villains Potluck After Party. Please hold your applause until all our villains have been introduced. Help yourself to some of Ravana's punch. Find an eye, win a prize.
Ravana. Relevance to story, kidnapped Sita, killed by divine arrow.
Ravana was a multi-headed Rakshasa king of the island of Lanka, and the eldest son of sage Vishrava and Kaikisi. He and his two brothers, Kumbhakarna and Vibhishana, performed penance on Mount Gokarna for 11,000 years to earn boons from Brahma. Ravana was blessed with a boon that made him invincible to all creations of Brahma, except humans. Vishnu opts to be born into mortality as Rama to kill him. Rama defeats Kara and his Rakshasas, and when news reaches Ravana, he resolves to destroy Rama by capturing Sita. They are visited by a Rakshasa named Shurpanaka, a sister of Ravana. Sita was forcibly carried away by Ravana, but seen by Jataya the vulture. Ravana tried to convince Sita to marry him, but she refused. When Hanuman punches Lankini, Ravana's guard, she says, Brahma predicted that on the day a monkey hits you, Ravana, and all the other demons will be killed. Rama shoots Ravana with the divine arrow which pierces his heart and kills him.
Jesus, Murphy.
Kabanda. Relevance to story, sends Rama to Sugriva. Kabanda was a Rakshasa who was killed and freed from a curse by the Rama and his brother Lakshmana. In reality, Kabanda was a Gandharv named Vishvavesu who was cursed to be an ugly, carnivorous demon Rakshasa by Indra, the king of heaven, and sage Ashtavakra. In his encounter with Rama and Lakshmana in the Ramayana, the brothers sever Kabanda's arms and cremate his corpse. Upon his death, Kabanda resumes his Gandharv form and directs Rama to the Rishyamukha mountain. He tells him that is where the exiled monkey king Sugriva is hiding from his brother Vali. Kabanda advises Rama to form an alliance with Sugriva, who would be of great assistance in the search for Sita, who had been kidnapped by Ravana, the demon king of Lanka. Following Kabanda's advice, Rama befriends Sugriva and rescues Sita with Sugriva and his monkey crew's help.
Jesus, Murphy.
Shurpanaka. Relevance to story, sister of Ravana. Shurpanaka was the sister of Lanka's king, Ravana, and the daughter of sage Vishrava and the Rakshasa Kaikshi. Valmiki describes Shurpanaka as facially unpleasant, pot-bellied, wry-eyed, coppery-haired, ugly-featured, brassy-voiced, deplorably oldish, a crooked talker, ill-mannered, uncouth, and abominable. Ravana was enraged with Shurpanaka for marrying a mortal enemy, Danava, and was about to kill Shurpanaka when his wife Mandodari and brother Kumbhakarna saved her. She left Lanka for the forest of Panchavati where she met Rama, and was instantly smitten with his good looks. She adopted a beautiful form to entice him. Rama rejected her advance as did Lakshman. Infuriated by their rejection, Shurpanaka returned to her demonic form and attacked Sita. Thwarted by Lakshmana, he cut off her nose and ears. That led Akampana to go to Lanka and tell Ravana, who then decided to kidnap Sita, even though he was going to kill her himself.
Jesus, Murphy.
Maricha. Relevance to story, the golden deer. When Vishvamitra approached Dashratha, the king of Ayodhya, for help, he sent his eldest son Rama to protect his yajna. Maricha was born of Tataka and Sunda, who would taunt local sages, preventing them performing their yagnas. After attacking the seer Agastya, Maricha became a Rakshasa. Vishvamitra asked Rama to destroy the demon Tataka, so he shoots and kills her with a single arrow to the chest. Maricha escaped that battle and tried again to kill Rama, but had to run for his life. He ran all the way to Ravana to regroup. On his return, Maricha, brother Subahu, and a horde of Rakshasas appeared from the treetops like black clouds, roaring and making a thunderous noise. They showered the fire with blood and flesh. Rama shot 3 arrows at once, killing Maricha's allies, who again fled. Ultimately, Maricha assumed the form of a golden deer and helped Ravana kidnap Sita.
Jesus, Murphy.
Sahika. Relevance to story, fought Hanuman. Samika was a Rakshasi and thus a foe of the Vanara, or monkey kingdom of Kishkinda. When Hanuman was crossing the ocean to Lanka, on his quest to save Sita from the Rakshasa king Ravana, he assumed his gargantuan form to make a colossal leap across the sea to Lanka. What he didn't know was that Samika was hiding in the ocean. She captured Hanuman's shadow with her magic. Hanuman was forewarned about Samika by Sugriva, and that is why he expanded his size. Hanuman observed Samika's vulnerability when she followed suit, and grew to a colossal size herself. Monkey does as monkey sees. When Hanuman turned himself small, Samika swallowed him. It was a ploy by Hanuman, who came from within, ripping her apart and slaying her before he carried on his merry way. In other accounts, he merely kicked her to death.
Jesus, Murphy.
Mayavi. Relevance to story. Mayavi was a demon that came to the doors of Kishkinda to challenge Vala to a fight. Valmiki told them Daitya Maya had an affair with the nymph Hema, who gave birth to Mayavi. It was said Vala was unbeatable, and had the strength of 7.5 million elephants. When he came forth, Mayavi got terrified and ran into a nearby cave. Vali entered the cave and told Sugriva to wait outside. When Vala didn't return for more than a year, Sugriva heard demonic voices from inside the cave. He saw blood oozing out from inside, so he mistakenly concluded that Vali was dead. Sugriva closed the cave with a large boulder and assumed the kingship of Kishkinda as well as Tara, Vala's wife. Meanwhile, back at the cave, Vali killed the demon and returned home. He thought his brother had betrayed him, so Sugriva was run off to Rishyamukha mountain, where Vali could not follow.
Bloody Alfie.
Lankini. Relevance to story, guard of Lanka, guard of Brahma. Lankini was a powerful demoness who once was the guardian of the abode of Brahma. Guarding the home of the creator made her arrogant and prideful. She treated others with contempt, so she was cursed to guard the city of demons forever. Lankini begged Brahma for forgiveness, but it was not possible for him to take back the curse, so instead he gave her a boon. She would be freed of the curse only when a monkey defeated her in combat. In the Ramayana, Hanuman encounters Lankini at the gates of Lanka. Lankini realizes he is an intruder and attacks him. Mindful that she is a woman, Hanuman softly strikes her back just enough to make her fall and bleed. Lankini immediately realizes her opponent was no mere monkey and asks his forgiveness. Brahma's prophecy came true, and she is freed from the curse. Some say his curse included Ravana and all other demons.
Bloody Alfie.
Tataka. Relevance to story, killed by Rama. Visvamitra tells Rama and Lakshmana the story of Takata. She inhabited the Panchavati forest they were traveling through. He told them a Yaksha named Saketa granted her a daughter with the strength of 1,000 elephants named Tataka, but not a son. When she became of age, Tataka was married to Sunda, and gave birth to a son named Marika. Tataka and her children, Marika and Subahu, would harass and attack sages while they were performing their various yagnas in the forest. They attacked the seer Agastya, who cursed Marika to become a Rakshasa, and cursed Tataka to become an ugly man-eater. Rama and Lakshmana received instructions, as well as supernatural weapons from Vishvamitra, who asked them to destroy the demon Tataka. To attract her, Rama simply twangs his bowstring, and she is on him. Rama shoots and kills her with a single arrow to the chest.
Bloody Alfie.
Brahma. Relevance to story, top god. Brahma was considered to be the creator within the Trimurti, the trinity of supreme divinity that includes Vishnu and Shiva. Brahma created but neither preserved nor destroyed. Those are Vishnu and Shiva's jobs respectively. He created his children from his mind, Manasaputra. Ravana's lineage can be traced to Brahma through his grandfather sage Pulasatya, one of 10 mind-born sons. That made him a great-grandson. The demon king Sumali spotted Kabura, son of sage Vishrava, and instructed his daughter to have sons with him. Visharva obliged her request, but said one would be bad due the late booty call. Ravana was half Asura, half Brahmin, and all bad. Ravana performed penance at Gokarna for several years, sacrificing each of his heads in a holy fire to please Brahma. About to chop off number 10, Brahma granted a boon. Ravana asked for immortality, Brahma tweaked it. Brahma asked Vishnu to take care of things.
Jesus, Murphy.
Shiva. Relevance to story, Hanuman avatar. Shiva was considered to be the destroyer within the Trimurti with Brahma and Vishnu. When Vishnu was born as Rama in Ayodhya, a son of Dashratha, Shiva was eager to get a glimpse of baby Vishnu. King Dashratha didn't allow oglus, so Shiva disguised himself as a sadhu, astrologer, singer and more, but couldn't catch a peek. When the boys were 16, Shiva arrived in Ayodhya as Madari, an entertainer with a street monkey. The monkey was Hanuman, who had been born at the time of Rama as an avatar of Shiva. The news of the monkey earned a command performance at the palace. Shiva, as Madari, was blissful on seeing Vishnu in child form. Rama was impressed by Hanuman and wished the monkey for himself, which Shiva was only too happy to comply with. Hanuman became a devotee of Rama. Shiva's bow, the Pinaka, is the focus of the bow challenge in Miti law.
Jesus, Murphy.
Vishnu. Relevance to story, Rama avatar. Vishnu was known as the preserver within the Trimurti, the triple deity of supreme divinity that included Brahma and Shiva. Whenever humankind needed a savior, Vishnu would create a new human incarnation of himself and come to earth to save us all. Rama was one such form in the Ramayana. Ravana could only be destroyed by a mortal, so Vishnu had no choice but to take mortal form. Shiva wanted to see Vishnu, so he created his own avatar in Hanuman. The concept of an avatar, or incarnation, is to take on another form, human or not. The avatars of Vishnu descend to empower the good, and to destroy evil, restoring Dharma. Dharma is the right way. At least someone's right way. Indian gods with an abundance of faces are avatars or representations of that god when they come to earth as a mortal.
Bloody Alfie.
Ashvamedha Yajna. Relevance to story, Lava and Kusha captured the horse. The Ashvamedha was a horse sacrifice ritual used by kings to prove their imperial sovereignty. A horse, accompanied by the king's warriors, would be released to wander freely for a year. In the territory traversed by the horse, any rival could dispute the king's authority by challenging the warriors accompanying it. The horse to be sacrificed must be a white stallion with black spots, and a special sacrificial house, and a fire altar be created. After 1 year, if no enemy had managed to kill or capture the horse, the animal would be guided back to the king's capital to be sacrificed, and the king would be declared the undisputed sovereign of all the land the horse traversed. Should the horse be captured, the king loses all he has achieved, very expensive. In the Ramayana, Lava and Kusha capture the Ashvamedha horse of King Dashratha, kill all the king's men, as well as their uncles.
Bloody Alfie.
Pitrakameshti Yajna. Relevance to story, haste him to create sons. King Dashratha of Ayodhya had 3 wonderful queens but was void of sons. His wives Kausalya, Kaikeyi, and Sumitra could not bear him children, so upon the recommendation of sage Vasishtha he performed a fire sacrifice known as the Pitrakameshti Yajna. These types of sacrifices were not cheap. Under the supervision of Rishi Ashring, born with the horns of a deer, he became a seer and was lured by royal courtesans to serve the king. After successful completion of the yajna, the god of fire, Agni, would appear from within the fire and give a bowl of payasam. The king provided servings of half to his wives each time it was passed. It was passed twice to Sumitra, who gave birth to twins. Queen Kausalya was the incarnation of Dhara, so she received a boon from Vishnu to be born as her son in the Trita Yuga, so she gave birth to Rama, his avatar.
Bloody Alfie.
Gandharv. Relevance to story, Tara, Kabanda, Sarama. Gandharv was a class of celestial beings whose males are divine performers such as musicians and singers, while the females are divine dancers. The males are known as Gandharvs while the females are Gandharvis. They are described as handsome beings who wear fragrant attires. Some Gandharv are part animal, bird, or horse and have exceptional musical skills with a passion for women. They guard the sacred Soma drink and play beautiful music for the devas in their palaces. Kabanda was a Rakshasa who was killed by Rama, and when freed from the curse by Lakshmana she returned to her Gandharv form. She was actually a Gandharv named Vishvavasu who was cursed to be an ugly, carnivorous demon Rakshasa by Indra, the king of heaven, and sage Ashtavakra. Tara, the wife of Vala, was part Gandharv through Gandharv Sushan, and Prince Vibhishana's wife Surama was Gandharv through Gandharv Shailesh.
Bloody Alfie.
Rakshasa. Relevance to story, King Ravana, Prince Vibhishana. Rakshasas were a race of mostly malevolent beings that resided on earth but possessed supernatural powers which they used for evil acts like disrupting sacrifices or eating humans. Many sages found themselves in vendettas with Rakshasas. The Rakshasas were a populous race of both good and evil. They were powerful warriors, expert magicians, and illusionists. As warriors, they fought alongside the armies of both good and evil. As shape-changers, they could assume different physical forms. As illusionists, they were capable of creating appearances which were real to those who believed in them or who failed to dispel them. Some man-eater Rakshasas made their gleeful appearances when the slaughter on a battlefield was at its worst. Rama had to deal with Rakshasas Kabanda, Shurpanakha, Maricha, Samika, and more in the Ramayana before encountering King Ravana with the help of Prince Vibhishana.
Bloody Alfie.
Varana. Relevance to story, Valley, Sugriva, Tara. Vanara were forest dwellers who were generally depicted as humanoid apes or human-like beings. They were shapeshifters, but in Vanara form, they had beards with extended sideburns, narrowly shaved chin gap, and no mustache. They had tails and razor-sharp claws. Their skin and skeleton were enforced with an indestructible vajra, which no earthly element could penetrate. Valley had a boon that gave him the strength of more than 7 million elephants. Vanaras were created by Brahma to help Rama in battle against Ravana. Kishkinda was their kingdom. Both Valley and Sugriva were king in turn and Tara was queen. Rama first met them in Dandaka forest, during his search for Sita. An army of Vanaras helped Rama in his search for Sita, and in battle against Ravana, Sita's abductor. Nala and Nila built a bridge over the ocean so that Rama and the army could cross to Lanka.
Bloody Alfie.